Hi, innovative young people, and welcome to my YouTube channel. As most of us know, and as apparently all of us know, the world is facing a challenge today, and the world is facing particularly the COVID-19 pandemic. And we, as young people, we are affected in one way or the other. Today, I would like to challenge each and every one of us to continue protecting ourselves, to continue preventing ourselves from catching this virus. And also I would like us to pray and to continue praying for those who have been affected. We also continue to pray for those who are going out of their way to make sure that people who have been affected are in better condition, particularly our doctors, our nurses, and all the people who are working in hospitals, all the people who are working in research facilities, to make sure that coronavirus is put to an end. And we always will always have you in our prayers. In spite of all of this, I have been working from home, and this has been also a time that I've been using to reflect upon my life, particularly the most valuable and precious moments of my life. As most of you know, I grew up in a neighborhood in Chichunguza, and I grew up with my mother, my grandmother, my aunt, and my two siblings, and also my two cousins. What was I experiencing? Okay, that's a very good question. I experienced a time whereby things were tough at home, and my aunt was going to work, my mother was going to work, my grandmother was ill. So it was upon us to make sure that everything at home was in good hands. That is me, my siblings, and my cousins. So it was the five of us. And we had to make sure that we had prepared food for everyone in the house, because my aunt and my mother would come back home around 6 in the evening, and they wouldn't be able to do all those things. We had to make sure that the house is clean. We had to do chores, and we devised a duty roster for that. This duty roster was supposed to be a schedule for us to see how we would get around the house and what we're supposed to do. So with my cousins and my siblings, we made sure that everything was done in order. The challenge only came when we started seeing the faults in the work that the next person was doing. And I would say I was part of those people who would see the faults that were in what the next person was doing. And I believe it was a challenge because we all wanted to be perfect. And I would give an example of whereby, let's say I was sweeping the house, right? And my brother was supposed to mop after me. And I guess that was the challenge, because when I would sweep the house and then there would be maybe a crumb of bread, which I might have missed when I was sweeping the house, he would call me back and say, you need to redo what you were doing. And that was the challenge with each and every one of us, and I hated that. I struggled mainly because I have a dominating character, and I didn't want to be told what to do by anyone or to be bossed around by anyone. And it was a challenge for me because I had to be told what to do by my older siblings and my older cousins, because there was only one cousin who was younger than me, so everyone else was older than me. So everyone was telling me, you have to correct this, you have to correct this, and I hated it. And I would make sure that I would do things perfectly. The realization I had was the fact that it became a trend. Like, each and every night you had to correct something. Each and every morning you had to correct something. The only time I was free was in the afternoon because I had to be at school. But all these other times it was just a trend of corrections. And at first, as I said, I hated it. But then it became fun as time went on. It became very unusual when I had done my sweeping and I was expecting someone to come and tell me, Shandu, you haven't done everything to the best. And one particular day, nothing like that happens. And I would be surprised, and I would actually ask my siblings and my cousins. I'm like, okay, so what really happened today? Why wasn't there a correction? But then I guess I derived many lessons from that. I took that as an opportunity for growth. I honestly, if I would tell you, I could be like one of the best dishwashers in the world. But even my siblings and my cousins, because we were always, like trying to perfect each other. You have done things in the wrong way. You have done this in the wrong way, and everyone wanted to make sure that by the time we had grown, we were not experiencing the same things we experienced as kids. I grew up, right? That's what happened. And even though I realized some of the lessons today, I have realized that sometimes criticism comes as a form of teaching us to be resilient. Resilience is something that I expect amongst innovative people. It's something that I expect amongst young people, because when you are resilient, it means nothing can stop you. It's like if something is put right in front of you, or if something is meant to shut you down, you rise above that. And that's what I was learning from all of this. Also, I would like to believe criticism can come as a footstool of growth, as I said before. Why? This is because sometimes we are criticized so that we grow. I believe many entrepreneurs in this world have had that challenge, being told that you are not good at this, being told that you did this the wrong way, this won't work. This idea, it could work if it was done by Strive Masiwa, or if it was done by Bill Gates, or if it was done by Aliko Dangote. You can mention them. If it was done by Oprah, you can mention them. But then those entrepreneurs rose above that. Why? Because they took that criticism as a footstool to say, I'm gonna grow above this criticism because I want to be the influential person that I've always wanted to be for myself. The greatest lesson of all that I learned from this was that as a leader of the world, you are faced with so much criticism in whatever things that you do. And today, I want to challenge each and every person who is watching this to take criticism positively. Don't let criticism get to you in such a way that it affects you negatively and it makes you lose your vision and it makes you lose your will to do things.
Thank you so much for watching the video today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.